Hey, we're live. Okay, I'm early, but that's okay because I had I kind of decided that what I was going to do, don't know if it worked so great. Hmm. Okay, I tried to post I tried to post the comments. I tried to post the measurements in the comments. And it kind of looks like it duplicated it, and I didn't really want that to happen. Oh, I see what happened. The comments from, okay, that's all right. The comments from YouTube split, and the comments on Facebook. Hi, Susie. Is this making any sense? Okay, I posted the measurements because this is a little complicated. It's easier if you have the measurements. I'm going to cut everything in front of you so you can see exactly what I'm doing. But wait till you see this cool card. Okay, I did this one in a class a couple of months ago, and I've been wanting to show it and do it. And the other day, I was talking to Connie. She saw it. She said, "You need to do that on Facebook." So this is it. This is the front. This is ugh, let me get it right. Okay. That's what it looks like in the front. And then here is the inside. Oh jeez. There. Cute, right? So it's a little bit complicated. It's a little bit of a project, but it's so worthwhile. It's so cute. But this isn't what we're doing tonight. I mean, we're doing this, but we're not doing this one. Let me show you what we're doing tonight. We're doing a Halloween one. Check this out. Isn't that neat? Now, wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it on the inside. Oh, I hate this. There, everything's backward on this camera. So look at that. Her little feet are down here, which we're going to bring up a little bit higher this time. And the hats. Isn't that cute? I love it. I just really like this card. So now, Susie, you're the only one that has seen it. Nobody else is going to see it. And they're not going to know what we're doing when we're doing it. So before I actually get started on that, I just have to remind everybody tomorrow's September 1st. Where the heck did the summer go? My gosh. So you know what that means? That means today is the last day of celebration. It's this is it. It's the end of celebration. I cannot believe it. Yep, this is it. So if there's anything you wanted, you better get your order in quick. I was still placing orders this week because there were a couple of people who needed some stuff, and so we got them in. And so I decided with this card, we're going to start with a Halloween, and I'm getting away from the celebration stuff because I didn't want you to end up having to rush around getting something else. Okay, so this is the Halloween card, and the directions, the cutting measurements are in the comments. The first comment I posted, they're also here. If you can see this, if you can read it, hey Diane, you have to watch. This is really cool and it's not that hard, but I love this card. I just love it. I think it's so cute. So so yeah, you got to watch this. Watch and see how easy it really is. It's just a lot of cutting, a lot of cutting, a lot of gluing. Um, but we're gonna do it. And everybody's going to get to see the measurements here. And if you happen to have, let's see, what did I use? I used this Bewitching stamp set. It comes in a bundle with this punch. So I had so much fun today. What I did is I cut out a whole bunch of everything. I just kept cutting and cutting. So I made a whole bunch of these hats. Now, you see the hats? Where did I put it? Why did I put it away? There it is. Okay, see the hats? Hi, Linda. Okay, see the hats? The hats, I don't know if you can see that good, but I used that washi tape, the glitter. Let me put it under here. Maybe you can see it better that way. Yeah, there. You can see it better. The washi tape glitter, or the glitter washi tape is in there. And I was coloring them with blends, and I was using the washi tape, and I used some colored pencils, and I just used some marker. I just did anything and everything. So I cut out a whole bunch of these hats with this punch, and I just started going crazy. And then I got out. Now that's the bewitching bundle. But then there's the scary cute bundle. And yes, I got to tell you, this is adorable. But the best part of this is the dies. Ah, I loved the dies. Look at this. Okay, it doesn't look like much here, but haunted house background there. There's bats. There's the moon. So that's what made this the haunted house and the trees in the background, and there's a bat and a moon, and between that and the glitter, I was just having a ball. So anyway, I cut out a whole bunch of this stuff ahead of time so that we don't waste a ton of time waiting for me to die cut things. So I have a whole lot of things cut out and colored, but I'm going to cut all my pieces while you're here to see what I'm doing. Like I said before, all of the measurements are in the comments, the beginning of the comments. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this here and switch to a single so that you don't have to look at me because I'm a mess today. Okay, here's the measurements, but you have them written down there. But as I'm going through this, I'm following these measurements to make sure they're right and to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first thing I say is take a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and this is your base card, your card base. So you take your 8.5 by 11, then you're going to cut it. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not pull a name. If you comment, as always, if you comment, your name goes in the bucket. If your name's in the bucket, you have a chance. I pull it and you win the card. And Carol wins the card tonight. Carol hasn't won a card for a while, and she's gonna love the thing. Oh, she's a Halloween freak. She is gonna love winning this one. So we'll have to get that to the library to her. Yes, the library. September. Oh, let me find a calendar. I make these calendars. I have them stashed everywhere, and then I can't find them when I need them. September 8th. Right? Is that right? September 8th. Does that sound right to you? I think it's, second Thursday. September 8th would be the library. But why am I thinking the 15th? No, it's the 8th. So the 8th is the library in Robzonia from 1 to 4. Okay, now back to what I'm doing here. So we're going to cut this. We're going to turn it this way. We're going to cut it at 7. So now we have a piece 7 by 8.5. We're going to score this, but we're going to turn it around this way. And we're going to score it at 3.5. So that's cutting this way. Okay, I'm telling you wrong here. You want it in half, and so at 3.5. So that's this way. Okay, and then fold it in half and burnish it real good so you have a good fold there. Okay, and put that aside. Then you're back to your 8.5, what's left of your 8.5 by 11 piece. You're cutting the next piece at 1.25. And I don't have this under in the camera, do I? Hi, Carol. Carol, you missed it. Linda, I pulled your name. You win the card tonight. And it's a great card. Here, let me show you. This is the card tonight. It is a Halloween card. I said how appropriate. Okay, this is how it starts. And you open it up and check this out. Is that not cute? I'm not showing it very well here. I showed it better in the beginning. But anyway, that's the card. You want it. You'll get it. I'm going to give it to you at the library. I hope that's okay. We were just talking about the library. I can't believe this month is going so quick. Anyway, the next piece is cut at 1.25. And then we're left with 2.75. 2 and 3. See, 2.75. That's the way it's supposed to work. So we folded the first piece in half and scored it. Now we're taking the skinny piece, this piece, we're going to score 3/4 of an inch on each end. I'm telling you, you may want, and get your cutting blade out of the way, because I did this half a dozen times while I was doing this afternoon. I kept cutting things instead of scoring them, hitting them with my cutting blade. So there you go. And then score it in half at 4.25. 4.25 in half. So now this piece is going to end up basically like this, okay? And put it aside. Then we're taking the piece that's left, which is 2.75 by 8.5. We're going to score 1.75 on each end. I think when you see this whole thing done, you're going to realize it's not that hard. It's just kind of tedious. There's a lot of cutting and measuring and scoring and stuff going on. Okay, 4.25 at the center. And now this piece, fold there, there, and there. Okay, and we're going to put this aside. I'm going to score it, and then we're going to put it aside for when we decorate. Now we want our designer series paper, and I used this Black and White Designs, and I pulled the piece of the stripe with the gray. This is all black and white and gray paper, and it's, I don't know, at first when I saw it I thought but when you add the really cool colors, bright colors, like some of the in colors, the Parakeet Party especially looks really cool with the black and white and gray, and so does the Orchid Oasis. So I'm using Highland Heather for this one because I just like the purple, and that this glitter washi tape. Oh, fabulous. I learned something too, which I will show you. I will show you that later. We'll get to that. Okay, so we're going to take, this is 12 by 12. We want two pieces, 3 by 12. So we're going to cut it 3. Cut another piece, 3. Okay, we're done with this. This gets put away. We take our 2 3 by 12 pieces, put them up, line them up. Going to cut the first. This is 3 inches. We want it 8 inch, 3 by 8. So we're going to cut it right there. Then we want a piece 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take this right up to our 3/4 inch mark and cut it. Then we want a piece 2 1/4 by 2. And this part, I gotta just double check this because this is going to be this piece here. And what I want to do here, 2 1/4 by 2. So I want the lines going up and down on the 2 1/4 side. So I'm doing this 2 1/4. Then I'm going to cut it over this way and cut it at 2. And now that's right. And these are extra pieces, which we are just going to hold on to off the side. Okay. So we have all our designer series paper. If you're following me along in the comments where I have the measurements, you can see, Linda, I'm just looking at your comment again, and it's making me laugh. Linda and Carol have this thing going. The two of them come to the library all the time, and they're constantly going back and forth at each other about Linda always winning the cards, and now Carol won the cards. So Linda says, "Oh, maybe she can quit bitching." Okay, we're going to now take a piece of coordinating cardstock. And for this time, okay, when I say the coordinating cardstock, that's the Parakeet Party on this one. I'm going to use Highland Heather. So I want purple this time instead of the green. So the coordinating cardstock, I want 3 pieces, 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut this off at 8 1/4 first. And then I'm going to go across 3 1/4. One. Two. Three. So 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. Then I want 3 1/4 by 1 inch. So this piece is going to work out for that. And I want 2 pieces of that. So 3 1/4. 3 1/4. I'm going to cut this at 1 inch. It's a little bit over 1 inch. Cut it tiny little bit off of it. And then, yeah, this is going to take more than one piece of cardstock. It's a big card. It has a lot of stuff going on. Okay, 2 1/4 by 2 1/2, and I want 2 pieces of that. So I'm going to take this 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. Now, I normally would have this all cut before I started filming it, or before I went live. But I really wanted you to see what I was doing here because this has so much stuff going on. I wanted you to see the easiest way to do it is to cut it all in the beginning. Okay, 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. So I'm cutting this 5 1/2, and then I'm cutting this at 2 1/2. So that's why I'm doing it now, because I just want you to see all the pieces being cut and where they're all going and where they're all coming from. Because when you cut it all up front like this, it really does go together kind of nice. Okay, now I need a piece of white. And I'm using just about a whole sheet. So I'm going to take a whole clean sheet of basic white. And I want one piece 3 by 8. So I'm going 3. Let's go this way. 3. By 8. I keep losing this. I don't know. I just got a new paper trimmer and this thing keeps coming out. I'm going to have to call demo support and see if they'll replace it because it's kind of, it does it all the time. Okay, I need 2 of those. No, I don't. I need 1 of those. And then I need a piece, 2 pieces, 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So 5 1/4 is here. By 2 1/4. But I did do all the die cutting and the punching, so you don't have to worry about that. 2 1/4. I thought I only need 1 piece of this. 2. But yeah, you only need 1 piece of this. Oh wow. I have to cut. So there's an extra one. Okay. All my cutting and scoring is done. So I'm putting the paper cutter away. Now, I told you I pre-did like this thing and I did these hats. Are they not cool? Now, here's what I learned, and I'm going to show this. I'm going to share this with you because this is just a really cool trick. This punch has the hat, the stars, and a headband. Well, when you punch it, it already has the band, right? So why do you need the headband? Well, let me show you something really cool. You can take just a little piece of this. Just going to take a piece about that big. And I'm going to put some purple washi tape on it. A couple rows. And when you do it this way, you can just kind of make yourself a little piece of purple glitter paper, right? And then you take your punch and you stick it on there like that. And you can punch out the band. I'm going to punch it far enough away. See, there's the band. Now there's a purple band. And then if you have some left over, just stick it over here under the stars. Yeah, I'm only getting, maybe I can get 3. Yeah, I can get 3. And they flew all over the place. But I got some purple sparkly stars, and I will use them if I can find them because they flew all over the place. That happens. They fly up in the air. There's one. I'm going to be finding these all over the place on my carpet because I did some black ones earlier and I lost a couple of them too. I do not know what happened to that purple one. Oh, wow. Anyway, so I still got everybody. I didn't lose anybody. That's a good thing. Susie, I made reservations today in a hotel right across the street from the convention center for on stage. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. It's a shame it's not till November, but you know what? That'll be here before we know it too. Excuse me. So, okay, we've gotten through all of our cutting. With these, here's the stamp set. So the stamps have your different designs, okay, but all of them fit the die, the punch. So any of them work. So I just stamped a bunch of them in black. And then I went through and colored them with blends, or I put washi tape bands on them, or whatever I was going to do. So that's what we have here is a couple different colors. And I only need 3 of them for each card, but I'll figure something out. So, okay, so those are, I'm going to put them off to the side for a second. We are going to decorate the card now. We're going to start assembling it. So, you're taking your, this is your base. You've already cut it, you've already scored it, and it's going to be like this. Now, you want to take a piece of your colored cardstock, the big long stuff, and a piece of your designer series paper, a big long piece, and put it there. And we're going to glue those together. And it doesn't really matter what order you use, but I'm going to glue the designer series paper on first to the purple background. Then I'm going to glue the purple onto the gray. Then I'm going to take one of the shorter pieces of purple and a shorter piece of white. And it's going to go like that. Now, you could put these on dimensionals. You could put all these decorations on dimensionals. But there's so much going on with this card that I really didn't think that was necessary. I thought that everything just glued down flat is fine. Okay, so we're putting that there. Now, what I wanted to do here is I'm going to take the pieces that I cut out and put them in there. I stamped Say Boo and Scary on. And I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm doing the same card as I did in the green, only I'm doing it in purple. Okay. I took some washi tape and I put a piece at the top and the bottom to kind of separate that seam. I want to cut this off straight. And I just put it in here to cover up the seam. And honestly, the reason I really put it there was not to cover up the seam, but because I love this washi tape and I just wanted to use it. Oh, your brother, you're staying with your brother. I hope he lives close by. I don't know. I was so concerned about that being the convention center and trying to find a place close by. And I was so glad I did because everything's so booked because I guess there's a Steelers game that weekend too. And so things are pretty booked up for that. But I got in. I was glad. So and I'm right across the street from the convention center, so I'm glad about that. Now, I didn't cut out enough moons, so I'm just going to do bats because I don't feel like cutting another one. And this thing here is going to go right here. And again, I'm just gluing it. I'm not bothering with dimensionals because there's just enough other stuff going on with this card. It doesn't need to have things that I think I used some Wink of Stella on that card too. Because you can never have too much glitter. Am I right? You have to let me know if I step off of camera because I'm really trying to stay in this box as much as I can, but I know I get off of it a lot. There's that. Now I'm going to take a little Wink Stella because I do want to have this. Like I said, you can never have too much glitter, glitz, glue, not glue, but glitter and glitz. At least I can't. So I'm going to glitter up the bats and the haunted house and stuff. Oops. Oh, I didn't have any glue on that. 15 to 20 minutes. Oh, that's good. That's nice. Yeah, I'm kind of just planning on driving out Friday. I do have to be there for backstage, and then I'll be there all day Saturday and leave Saturday and drive home. So, yeah, it's going to be a quickie. A lot of driving in a short time, but I've done it before. We all have, right? Okay, I'm putting some Wink Stella on these babies just to glitz them up because it's what I like. Okay, now give me 1 second because I need a fan because it's really hot in this room all of a sudden. There. I don't know. The air conditioner just kind of decides all of a sudden that, oh, it's cool enough. I'm going to shut off. And it gets hot. Ugh. Okay, so there's our front, right? It's that. That's the front. And I got some. I will get that glue off of there then. Okay, now the inside. This is the really fun part. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the pieces that we cut. We're going to take our designer series paper pieces. And we're going to take our white pieces and our colored pieces, all of them, everything. Okay, first the really long purple piece and the long white piece. Those two get glued together. Do not glue them in at the beginning because we're going to decorate this and more has to happen before we do that. So what I want to do here, the last time you can see I put her feet down here. I want to move them up a little bit and I want to move this piece up. Not too much because then the hats won't fit, but it kind of gets hidden behind this piece. So I want to kind of get it up above that piece somewhat. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking the stamp with the boots. I'm figuring this piece is going to be down here. I'm using the Mento Black because I am going to color these in. And I'm going to put them, whoops, here. Okay, and then I'm going to use Poppy Parade and color in those stripes. This is a Poppy Parade Stamp and Blend. And then I'm going to take something real bright. Let's see, Mango Melody. Yeah. and color the buckles. Just to give them a little pizzazz. And again, Wink of Stella, because why not? We're not done with that. Okay, I'm putting the Wink of Stella on the buckles. And I'm going to put some on the boots too, just to jazz them up. And then the Bewitching stamp set has a spider and stars. So I'm taking my black ink and I'm just going to put these spiders kind of coming down from the top here. There. And then the stars, which I'm just going to kind of randomly place here and there. And this first one isn't going to be so random because I got a little bit of a shadow here that I want to try to hide, blend in, whatever. So it looks like a shooting star. Okay, there's our stars and our shoes, our boots. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, if you want to put a message of any sort in here, you could do that there. Or if you just want to leave it go so you can write on it, you can do that. Or you can write on the back. Now we're going to take our other gray pieces that we have here that we've scored. We're taking the one piece that's long, and these pieces go in it on top of our purple pieces. So we have purple pieces and gray pieces. And you kind of try to want to try to kind of get them lined up. And when they stick to your finger and then you move, they go all out of whack. So try not to get glue on your fingers. That's the moral of that story. Do I have Karen out there? No, no Karen today. Okay. Okay, there's that piece. And then same thing with the other folded piece that we have, which there it is. See, Diane, my patience is fine. It's just that I keep losing things, and that kind of drives me crazy. I have perfect patience with getting these things all glued together and put together, but when I lose stuff, I just go crazy. So our purple pieces are going here, and our designer series paper is going in here too. Wait until you see how this is going to work with the hats. It's so cute and really a whole lot easier than it looks. Put your paper there. like I said, it's a little time consuming, but you know what? Honestly, if you're going to do a couple of these and you do a couple at a time, like cut all your pieces at one time, it goes a lot quicker. It really does. Trust me. Okay, I need one more piece decorated here for the other side. And all I'm doing with that is gluing my Designer Series paper onto the long piece of purple. And now I have used up all of my pieces that I cut, except this because I cut an extra one. I knew I had too many of these. Um, this is the coordinating cardstock. I'm going to fix that on here in case somebody asks for a picture of this. I hope you guys can see that in the comments and can work with it. I'm going to fix this right now. This was the 2.5 by 5, and we only need one of them. Okay. Now this piece is nothing but your cardstock with your Designer Series paper, and it's going on the left side of the card. This is such a cute set. I love the bewitching ones with it has just the hats and the boots, and I just think that's so cute. And then the spider and the stars. I mean, you can do a card just with that stamp set. Of course, you know, I never sent Halloween cards before, but last year I had made so many Halloween cards because they were just so cute that I ended up sending them out, and people got a kick out of it. Am I screwed up here? Okay. Don't want to glue this down yet. And thank goodness the glue isn't dry yet. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. This piece goes on first. You're going to take this and you're going to put glue here and here. You take the bottom of your card, you line this right up at the bottom, just like that. Then this piece goes on so that it covers that. I'm going to try and get this on before the glue dries. I think that's going to work. Okay, and now I'm taking it over to the other side. And what I need to have happen here is this score line matches up with that fold, and then this it's folded over and goes there. Okay, so now it goes like that. I hope you saw what I just did there because oh boy, I was having a little bit of a hard time there. Okay, so this goes under here and it should be right at the edge of your card. Then your fold line matches up with the fold line of the card, and this side is over here like that. And then you fold the whole thing over and it closes like that. Then you open it up and it comes out like that. Then you take this piece and glue it in. And actually, what I should have done is glued this whole piece in first, then glued this in, then glued this in. Now, this piece is going to go over here and it's going to cover that piece over. And the boots are going to be right on top of it. And that's just perfect. That's exactly where I wanted it to show up, how I wanted it to show up. Okay, so this piece is going to go right in there. Okay, and there's your mechanism like that. Okay, now this piece, your glue is going to go here and here, and it's going to get same thing. Your center is lined up with this. You're going to have glue on either side, and that glue is going to, you're just going to stick it right down like this, okay? So that when it opens and closes, it goes right there. But before you do that, you're going to put your hats in place. Now, to do that, okay, you know when you get a photopolymer stamp set, okay, first of all, I have glue on my fingers, so I am going to just grab a wet wipe and wipe them off because I don't want to get my glue on the photopolymer on the window sheet. Okay, Stampin' Up! Sells window sheets to use for this, but I don't buy them. What I do is when you get a photopolymer stamp set, let me see if I can find one to show to you, to show you what I'm talking about. I already used that one. Oh dear. Okay, when these, oh, maybe this one. No, it's not photopolymer. Now, everyone that I'm picking up is rubber. Okay, here's one. Yes, okay. You open up a stamp set. It has to be a photopolymer stamp set. There's the stamp set is in between two pieces of plastic. Okay. What I always do is I peel off the real flexible one and keep that with the stamp set. And then the stamps I take off and I put on right in the case, right out on the case. So I do that with all my stamps. Then I put the flexible one back off and I have this and I save it. That's what I use for a window for this. That's what I use for this. Okay, so I have taken one of these out of a stamp set already. And I have it right here. And I already got glue on it. Well, I think I can wipe that off. Yep, I can. Okay. It doesn't matter all that much. You're going to cut pieces of this. Yeah. Again, using the paper cutter. We cut pieces of this, not a quarter of an inch, or not, yeah, about a quarter of an inch wide. And it doesn't matter how long because you're going to trim them off when you're placing them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, they're about a quarter of an inch wide, and I want 3 of them. Okay, put this piece. I save these. I have quite a few of them actually. Starting September 1st, Stampin' Up! Is coming out with a couple of new dies to go with sets. I'm not sure how this worked. If it was like something that they said, wow, maybe we should have had dies to go with those stamp sets. But there's quite a few stamp sets. There's like 6 of them maybe that they have come up with dies for. And I know that Yeti to the Party was the Abominable Snowman or whatever is one of them. And the Apple Harvest is one, and I don't remember what the other ones are off the top of my head. But if you look on our website, you can see them. Or if you can't find them, let me know and I'll find them for you. Okay, now we're going to pick I have 4 hats here and I don't know which ones to use. And I'd rather only use 3. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use this one another piece. You don't want to do too many of them because they will start to, they'll get in the way. You have to be very careful when you're placing these guys because you don't want them to get caught in the crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this this plastic. I'm going to take a tear and tape, piece of tear and tape, taking a piece about an inch, a little more than an inch long, and putting it right at the top. Stick it down real good, and then peel the paper off. And stick a hat on there. Straight up and down, just like that, okay? Now we have a hat lollipop, right? Okay, there's one. We're going to do that 3 times with all 3 of our hats. And I'm letting them all be the same length for now because I'm going to cut them off when I figure out exactly where I'm placing them. There's 2. And here's 3. So, Linda, I'm glad I hope you guys are all back to normal now and over all the illnesses and stuff. That was awful. Just cropped up all of a sudden. Man, glad it's over with, right? Okay, I want this guy to come. Let's see, this is going to go, the box is going to go above the shoes. The hat is going to fall right about there. So to get that to do that, I'm going to hold it on here. I'm going to cut this off down here. And I'm going to take some Scotch tape. And I'm going to put a couple pieces of Scotch tape to hold that on good and tight. Now that's on the one side. And as you can see, it's far enough away from the sides. It's not going to hurt anything. Now these guys, one here. And one here. And I think I'm just going to try them one at a time first. Because if I try both, I'll probably mess it up. Okay, I was holding that down. Cut this off. And stick it with Scotch tape. Not 100% yet. Still tired. Oh my gosh. That it just lasts forever. I know. I can relate, honestly, because I was there. It was awful. And then I had so much trouble breathing for such a long time. Okay, that one is going to go there. My uncle had it too, and it lasted for him 15 days. He kept testing positive. He'd feel better and he'd test positive, and then he'd get sick again. And it was crazy. He just couldn't kick it and tired. Like you said, I mean, he just felt tired all the time. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my glue, turn these over. I'm going to put plenty of glue on this. on the backs of both sides. What I would recommend you to do is to take those measurements that are in the comments. If you're going to make one of these, cut all the pieces out and then sit and watch the video again. Okay, so you're going to you're lining up that center, and then you just glue these down like so and hold them. And then you can close it up and stick it down like that. And now you just have to let it dry. Let it get hard, let it dry. And you have all of your pieces. Now we got a little close to the edge, but it'll be okay. I don't know how to hold it that you can see it. There it is. Okay. That is still a little close to the edge. I guess it's okay like that though, really. If you only put them on with Scotch tape, so you can take them off, you won't hurt anything. If you put them together, you put them on, and then you realize that they're not really laying right, you can take them off and replace them. I'm going to let those go though because I kind of like them. I like the boots, the way the boots are fitting on here, and the hats are good. Okay, so that is it. That's our card for today. You can see the outside is there. Opens up like that. Yeah, I'm going to end up replacing these because I don't like the way that lays. I'm going to wait till the glue dries, and then I'm going to probably restick them on there because I don't want them. This one here is the one. Yeah, that's the culprit. But you can do that, just stick another piece down in there of Scotch tape. I just need it to be over a tiny little bit. I'm not going to mess with it until that glue's dry. Okay, you got the gist though. You know what I'm talking about. Thanks for joining me. Already decided that one goes tomorrow. Oh, she's going to love it. Susie, I'll tell you what, these are so fun to make. Honestly, I think, you get all the pieces cut. That's the tedious part, but putting it together is fun. It really is. It's a fun card to make. So, and a really fun card to give, and people who get it are going to be so happy with it. They're going to just love it. So, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you liked it. And I hope to see you again next week. Same time, same place. Wednesday night, 7:30. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.